Game up today will be Team USA West versus Team Australia. So I have a feeling we have some people on the other side of the planet that just might be tuning in right now.
I think so, getting up early to watch some roller derby. Let's introduce Team Australia as they're lining up for their gear checks right now. Going to rip through the full roster. Number 101 is Monopoly. 127, Mr. Flibble, excuse me. Number 1305 is Trix. 1907 is Jewel. 242, Snapperazzi. 243 is Stells Bells. 25 is Smash and Dash. Number 32, Wilkinson. 34 is Zoom Minx. Number 355, Elker Skelter. 38 is Roller Stomper. 55, Jackass Jazz. 603, Dizzy Reaper. Number 66, Jedi Knight. 666 is Satan's Rose. 74 is Hello Kitty. 77, the Dalai Lama. Number 9 is Insubordination. Number 934, Whomping Willow. And number E105, Ace of Sades. Team Australia coached by Mama B and Helen Sunday.
Team USA West brought enough people for two teams.
They did. They can populate the world.
That's
just
right.
with Team USA West.
Just about. But playing in this game today, number 17, Molly Knox. Number 21, Anastasia Smith. Number 24, Talia Moretti. Number 25, Victoria Geyer. Number 35, Cameron Brown. 411, Mickey Dysert. Number 503, Frankie Simpson. Number 5150, Maya Johnson. Number 52, Sierra Sagos. Number 55, Rosie Rickle. Number 56, Phoebe C. Haywood. Number 664, Caitlin Simpson. Number 80, Anika Malone. Number 83, Alaya McCord. Number 9, Daisy Baxter. And number 911, Jordan Allen. They're coached by Coach Vito and Coach Chuck. That's Team USA West. They're going to be in the red jerseys. Australia will be in the green that cascades into a, what do you call it, a lemon color?
Sure, we'll go lemon.
Yeah, okay.
Lemon, yellow, it's a lovely uniform. I got to say, it goes well with their Team Australia logo.
But for practical
Super
purposes,
cool.
we'll call it green.
Yeah, we'll call them green. Green's good. Green, yellow, ombre blend, probably a little too hard, too much work. I want to thank Fast Girl Skates for sponsoring our streaming today and for the full weekend of the JRDA Championships weekend. Get sponsored, Fast Girl Skates, for 10% off your online order. Just email sponsorship at fastgirlskates.com. Fastgirlskates.com. Fast Girl Skates also in Seattle if you happen to be in the area and you're just watching online because you don't want to drive to Kent. And you can also follow us on Instagram. JRDA's Instagram account is _JRDA. And you can also look for hashtags JRDA World Cup, JRDA Champs, JRDA Selfies. Just hashtag JRDA. You can hashtag whatever you want.
Which is crazy because if you're living in Seattle or north of Seattle, then all the traffic is going in the opposite direction.
Exactly.
If you're going to Kent, all the traffic is going the other way. So traffic is light.
You have
almost
no
non-existent.
excuse to not be here.
Unless you wanted to go to Fast Girl Skates and watch
That's
from
true.
there. All right, Team Australia, I think, is raring to go or possibly doing a clown routine. I'm not sure which.
Something's going on over there.
But spirits seem to be
It's
high.
a dance
over
party
there.
without the music.
That's Ace of Sades and Roller Stomper, stars of the show right now.
Team Australia also bringing the fans bringing their Australia inflatable #1 fingers. I see over in the crowd, so that's good.
Although I think in Australia that means something else, or no? That's
I think you're thinking of Italy and the 2 fingers. That's a different gesture.
I don't know. It's hard to keep track. We may be live. Here we go. There's some whistles
It is time for
and
roller
action
derby.
starting on the track. All right, once again, Team USA West versus Team Australia. USA West in the red, Australia in the green. It's going to be Snaparazzi, number 242, jamming for Australia to start off with against Cameron Brown, number 35, for Team USA West.
Excellent USA West going undefeated yesterday with a close game against USA East at the very end.
Cameron Brown, not Victoria Geyer. The jammer.
And Cameron Brown hops through quickly and is your lead jammer, breaking out very fast as Snaparazzi forced to the inside and having to recycle slowly. Cameron Brown hops through quick, 5-point grand slam.
Snaparazzi was slow getting up, but now back on the track, looking for the inside, gets repelled.
That was Caitlin Simpson, I believe, with the force out to the inside.
Grand slam.
As Cameron Brown jumps through for a second grand slam, 10 points up. USA West off to a quick start.
Caitlin Simpson going to the penalty box. That's going to drop USA West down to 3 blockers.
Simpson
That
to the penalty box.
isn't stopping Cameron Brown. He's through for 3 grand slams so far. Snaparazzi still on her initial pass. Sierra Sagos taking her out with a hip check.
And Cameron Brown pops through for a fourth 5-point pass, 20 total. And we've got the star pass, almost the attempted star pass, the fakey star pass. Snaparazzi pulls the star off, hands it over, but pulls it back and jumps right through the crowd. So finally clear as Cameron Brown through with 4 points, checking with his bench. Coach Vito says, you call that off. And off it is, holding Australia scoreless 24-0.
So Team USA West starting off with a big one, number 24 points, no points for Team Australia. Mr. Flibble jamming for Team Australia next.
And that is number 55, Rosie Rickle,
for Team Australia.
jamming for USA West. Both teams back to full strength as that penalty expiring before the prior jam ended.
Rosie Rickle working up front.
Rosie
on the
Rickle
outside.
dodges
Lead
the
jammer,
outside
Team
of
USA.
Jewel,
Mr.
gets out for lead
Makes his
jammer.
way through on the initial
Mr.
pass,
Flibble right behind,
behind
though, and catching up quick. Rosie Rickle forced to call off the jam.
And a big cheer and a big high five for the Team Australia fans in the crowd. It's Mr. Flibble very psyched with breaking out of the pack and forcing that call off. So we move on to Jam 3. And that is a number 411, Mickey Dysart, jamming for Team USA West.
Stills Bells, number 243, jamming for Team Australia. Again, we've got a 5-on-5 jam.
Bells, Team Australia.
Mickey Dysart driving straight up the center, gets stopped by Roller Stomper. Dodges to the inside. Sorry, that was Ace of Sades. But now Mickey Dysart out of the pack. She is lead jammer for Team USA West.
Lead jammer.
Mickey Dysart continuing her work this weekend, staying put on the Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy Girls team for the JRDA Championships. So she's getting plenty of work. A lot of these Team USA West and East team skaters will be back for the rest of the weekend. Meanwhile, Dysart forced out, having to recycle back. Ace of Spades pulling up that back line. Tries to throw the hip, but Dysart ducks right under it. And picks up the 4 points with the no pass, no penalty. 28-0, Team USA West.
So it's 3 lead jammers in a row for Team USA West.
Subordination.
Cameron Brown
for
coming
Team
back to the line
Australia.
for the West. And number
Cameron
9 is
Brown
Subordination.
for USA West.
She's going to be jamming for Team Australia.
And Pack moving forward to line up on the pivot line.
Sierra Sagos in the penalty box for USA West. So we've got a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Australia. Is Subordination, though, trapped by all 3. But Molly Knox going to the penalty box. That drops him down to 2 blockers, but still holding back is Subordination briefly. But she finds the inside lane. She gets out of the pack. But Cameron Brown, already lead jammer, now hitting the very small pack.
Only 1 blocker on the track right now for USA West. That's number 24, Talia Moretti. Talia doing all she could to avoid getting trapped, pushing the pack forward. A 3-point run for Team USA West, stretching them out 31-0. As Australia will
For
send
Team
Roller
USA
Stomper
West,
to the
Royce
jammer
Rickel.
line up against number 55 for USA West,
Roller
Royce
Stomper
Rickel.
for Team Australia.
Correction, make that Rosie Rickel. I misread the name. I thought Royce was a kind of cool name, but Rosie makes much more sense.
There's an Irish name called Rashane.
Lead jammer, Team
it looks like that
Australia.
spelling reminds me of that. That might be her full name. But Rosie Rickel jamming 55. She's already
Through and on a power jam now as Roller Stomper.
Team Australia power jam.
misconduct
Team
called
USA West.
on Roller Stomper. And no lead jammer then. We've got a first Grand Slam for Rosie Rickel, but she's not lead jammer. Roller Stomper in the penalty box, so it's a power jam. Rosie Rickel on scoring pass number 2. Stopped by Jedi Knight on the inside. Now runs into Ace of Spades. Same place. Looks for the outside, but Snapperati. The Team Australia blockers coming together. Rosie Rickel had to work for it, but finally completing the second
That she
scoring
did.
pass.
Great track awareness by Rickel on that bump to the inside. Almost got the toes over, but not quite able to hold on and realized that no one had run back, so able to come back in and work through. Now on her third scoring pass and running up against a heavy wall.
Oh, nice work by Caitlin Simpson, running the inside lane and cutting off Roller Stomper at the pass, but Roller Stomper able to fight her way free, picks up the first 4 points for Team Australia.
So Australia now on the board 45-4 as Rickel managing to put up 14 so far now on another scoring pass and works her way around the outside. Snapperazzi there, last line of defense. Rickel able to juke to the outside and back in and picks up her 4 points.
Roller Stomper had just steamrolled her way up the inside lane, had to fend off 3 blockers simultaneously, got the 4 points, and now attempting to match points with Rosie Rickel, but Rosie Rickel gets up to 22. Time runs out before Roller Stomper can complete the pass, but she does put 2 more on the board, a total of 22-10 in that jam. Team USA West winning it.
So Team USA West now in the lead 53-10.
Now jamming for USA West, Mickey Dysart. Elker Skelter
And
for
Mickey
Team
Dysart
Australia.
back on the line for USA West. Elter Skelter for Team Australia. Now looking to yesterday, USA West winning 257-36 in their game against Australia in the round robin.
Both teams holding strong. It's 4-on-1 in the front. Australia with all 4 blockers. Jewel making a last-ditch effort, but Mickey Dysart getting out. That's Stells Bells heading to the penalty box, so we've got 3-on-3 pack now.
And USA are going to get a little relief in just a few moments as their blocker released. Mickey bumped to the inside, choosing the
Jewel, number 1907, making that contact and forcing the restart of that pass for Mickey Dysart.
She chose the, I'm just going to cut across the middle all the way to the other side of the track rather than fight my way along the inside.
Mr. Flibble now completing his initial pass, but Mickey Dysart on scoring pass number 2 is going to get a partial. Oh, but it will get all 4 points. He doesn't get all the way through the pack, but does pass all of the opposing blockers on Team Australia. So a 9-0 jam for
Now
USA
for
West.
Team
And
Australia.
that takes USA West to 62.
Smash
And Team Australia is at 10.
Phoebe Haywood.
We've got
for
Phoebe
USA
C.
West.
Haywood jamming, number 56 for Team USA West. Going against Smash and Dash, taking her debut at the line for Team Australia.
Team Australia 1 shy in the pack. So they still have their blockers standing in the penalty box now, out. And backing up as Phoebe Haywood bumped to the inside and had to recycle back. Smash and Dash trying to push to the front, but also knocked in. And that allows Haywood to find a gap on the outside and break through his lead jammer.
But just as Stells Bells returns to the Australian blocker line, Hello Hitty sent to the penalty box. So they're still at 3 blockers, but Ace of Spades comes across with a hip check that deflects Phoebe C. Haywood out of bounds. So the USA West jammer has to restart her first scoring pass. Cutting the track
Haywood.
on BBC Haywood. That means it's a power jam for Team Australia.
That's right. An excellent opportunity for Australia to put on some points. Finally clearing the pack is Smash and Dash. That is her initial pass, as it will be a 3-on-2, or 4-on-2 rather, fight through the pack. And Smash and Dash bump to the outside. Now a pack reduced to 1 for a moment, as Hello Hitty finally returns from the penalty box. So still 4-on-2 in the pack for Australia, as the Team USA West holding hard at the front of the pack.
It's Daisy Baxter and Sierra Sagos working together in a tandem to knock Smash and Dash out of bounds. And there's Phoebe C. Haywood returning to the track, completing her first scoring pass. It's a grand slam.
So excellent penalty kill by Team USA West, holding the Australian blocker stuck in the pack, not letting through, still not able to get through. She takes another heavy shoulder and knocked to the inside.
Snapperazzi, the last contact for Phoebe C. Haywood. But it's a grand slam for Team USA West. 10 points so far. But Smash and Dash is going to pull out 5 for Team Australia just in time. Not enough time for Phoebe to get into the pack a third time. So it's a 10-5 jam for Team USA West. Team Australia up to 15 points. Team USA West at 72. We've got 19 minutes remaining in the first half.
Australia picking up the bonus 5 points, as she had entered the pack and passed a blocker before, or during the power jam rather, just not able to escape and add more to it.
Now up for Team Australia is subordination.
Cameron Brown
for
jamming
Team
again
USA
for
West.
Team USA West against insubordination for Team Australia. And Brown finds a gap on the inside, continuing his streak of lead jammers. Now 100% lead jammer on the morning.
Caitlin Simpson and Anika Malone working together with Talia Moretti, who they get his subordination down. She scrambles back up though. Now Caitlin Simpson, swept aside by Jewel, but is subordination knocked down by Molly Knox. But a penalty on the hit. And now we've got an attempted star pass.
Yep, Jewel has the star, is bumped to the outside and chooses to put it on now. Jewel doing some great offensive blocking, trying to clear the way for his subordination, but not able to finish the deal, as Team USA West cycling forward repeatedly to close those doors down. Cameron Brown through for a third 5-point pass, taking him to 15 on the jam, as Jewel finally emerges from the front of the pack. And is now on a scoring pass. Cameron Brown looks, sees her coming, calls off the jam. No points for USA West on that last pass, as Brown was knocked to the outside.
Strong effort by Jewel of Team Australia, but she's unable to complete her initial
Now
pass.
jamming
of
for
course,
Team
after
Australia,
the star
JRDA
pass.
Knight.
15-0 Team USA West winning that jam.
Mickey Dysart
And Mickey
for
Dysart
Team
lining
USA
up to
West.
jam for Team USA West once again against Jedi Knight for Team Australia.
Another empty. One player that's Anika Malone in the penalty box for USA West. So we've got a 4-3 advantage for Australia. And Jedi Knight able to capitalize.
Jedi
With
Knight.
a little help from Snapperazzi, but she can't stop Mickey Dysart. So now it's a race to the pack.
Still an excellent victory for Team Australia. Jedi Knight will use the bad pun, using the mind tricks, work his way through. Now one skater to beat does so and breaks out with 4 points, as Mickey Dysart tied up in the back. His Team Australia tightening up their defense.
Everyone getting a shot on Mickey Dysart. And there's Jedi Knight on his second scoring pass, a potential 5-point pass now. Mickey Dysart now completing her first scoring pass. But Jedi Knight on a scoring pass, I believe he already nabbed that jammer point, but will only get one additional point in the pack. That's 2 points, for a total of, waiting for the score to update.
We saw the 3. I think she's updating it to 3. There were,
it looked like she might have passed more than one
just the
blocker.
one, exactly.
So 2 blockers and 1 jammer.
And
7 points total for Team Australia, and they've won the jam.
That they have.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first jam they have won, 7-4.
Whomping Willow.
It is
for
the
Team
first,
Australia.
first jam this game, certainly. I missed out on yesterday, but doing an excellent job. Daisy Baxter jamming for Team USA West, Whomping Willow for Team Australia. And
Talia Moretti on the inside, Caitlin Simpson in the center, and they're flanked by
and Mr. Flibble bumping Daisy Baxter out and backing her up as Whomping Willow pushed into the front and works her way around Caitlin Simpson. And a second straight lead jammer for Team Australia. Team Australia putting on the rush as we match the middle point of this first half.
It's Anastasia Smith, number 21, in the penalty box for Team USA West. That leaves only now 2 blockers. Caitlin Simpson in the penalty box as well. So we've got Talia Moretti and
High
Rosie
block on
Rickle.
Team
They
USA
were able
West.
to
That will be a
stymie
power jam coming
Whomping
up for
Willow
Team
on her scoring
Australia.
pass, keeping her only to only 3 points. Nice work by USA West.
That they were a 3-0 run, another second straight win, and also Team Australia on the power jam to
Jackass
start off
Jazz.
with
Jam for
Jackass
Team
Jazz
Australia
on the jammer line.
after the Team USA timeout.
We got our first team timeout. It's going to be taken by Team USA West. Score 91 for USA West, 25 for Australia. And the clock in the first period frozen at 14 minutes, 4 seconds.
And I was just notified that the MRDA has donated the helmet panties for Team USA West for this bout, the men's team for the USA MRDA team. So thanks to them for helping out with this beautiful red, white, and blue, it being Team USA West. Helmet covers. And let's thank Fast Girl Skates once more. Get schooled at Fast Girl Skates. Check out Fast Girl University on Facebook. Fast Girl Skates sponsoring our streaming this weekend. So thanks to them. Head over to fastgirlskates.com for all your skating faster needs.
Or just to talk skates or derby,
Or whatever.
but mostly
friendly.
skates and derby.
Mostly skates and derby.
This is a power start. Daisy Baxter must have picked up a penalty. Did not catch the penalty.
It was late in the last jam. Didn't see what it was.
Jazz.
This is a third straight lead jammer for Team Australia. Jackass Jazz against the tiny 2-on-2 pack. Australia getting some help as Mr. Flibble out of the penalty box.
Anastasia Smith gets knocked for a spin, but manages to force Jackass Jazz out of bounds. Now coming up the inside, she counter-checks Rosie Rickle, runs into Anastasia Smith, who does it again, this time on the outside. And Jackass Jazz has got to take the long way around to start her initial pass over again. No, sorry, first scoring pass, excuse me.
Daisy Baxter out of the penalty box, passes the star immediately off to Caitlin Simpson, and Caitlin Simpson rolls through very quickly for an initial pass, comes back through even faster for the scoring pass to pick up 4 points.
The team of Australia winning by 1, 5-4, puts them at 30. USA West at 95. 13 minutes left in the first half.
And we are back to insubordination jamming for Team Australia against Mickey Dysart for Team USA West.
Up for Team Australia, Mickey Dysart for Team USA.
And USA West still 1 blocker in the penalty box, so a 3-on-4 pack advantage for Team Australia, but that's not going to stop Mickey Dysart. She hops through the outside and is clear as your lead jammer as insubordination bumped to the inside and has to recycle back.
Sierra Sagos and Anika Malone working well together, holding back insubordination. They're being coordinated by Aliyah McCord, but a penalty. Cutting penalty on Australia jammer is subordination.
And an elbowing penalty on Jedi Knight, taking the pack down to 3. So Mickey Dysart, a big spin maneuver, and goes to the ground. And that slip allows Team Australia to recycle forward and slow her down a bit more, but still able to break free with 5 points. Team USA opting.
Malone comes across and checks Whomping Willow to the ground. That opens a wide opening for Mickey Dysart. Easy run for that third scoring pass. 15 points total for USA West.
Dysart calls off the jam, freezing the Australian jammer in the penalty box and passing things off to number 55, Rosie Rickle.
Team USA West on the power start.
And Team USA West with the advantage in the pack, finally realizing that they had one extra blocker beyond what they needed. The 3-on-2 in the pack. And Rosie Rickle through quickly and is your lead jammer.
His subordination back on the track for Australia. Little help from Jedi Knight takes Annika Malone, Phoebe Haywood out of the picture. She's able to get past Frankie Simpson, completes her initial pass. Just ahead of Rosie Rickle, who's starting her first scoring pass, but roller stomper all over her, like a bad metaphor.
Yes. Rickle hears the screaming from Coach Vito, calls off the jam, able to pick up 2 and holding Australia scoreless 112-29 as Jewel takes the star for Team Australia and appears to be on a power start.
For Team Australia, Jewel.
As Rickle in the penalty box, didn't catch what it was, must have been right at the very end. It could have been a back block. She came in pretty hot to the pack, and there was a big pileup as she was calling things off. But I did not catch what the penalty was. And
Victoria Geyer, last line of defense, but there she goes. It's Jewel getting out for lead.
Not lead jammer, because she got bumped to the outside and 1 foot went out. It was not a no pass, or it was a no pass, no penalty situation. As she did not cut a skater, but didn't recycle back. So no lead jammer. That will be open for Rickle when she comes out of the penalty box, which she is doing right now.
But it is a power jam right up until now. Rosie Rickle coming out of the penalty box, starting her initial pass and makes it quick. Gets past, knocks over Whomping Willow to get by. Jewel on her second scoring pass, knocked down, but.
And referee Dell from Hell checks with the other refs, realizes, yes, lead was still available. And passes it off. Calls off the jam, and a low block penalty on Jewel, I believe that was that?
Now
right. Wow, so powered start for Team USA West. USA West picking up 3 points in that last jam, so a 3-5 win by Australia. Jewel now at 34. Team USA West 115. And USA West passing off the star to Cameron Brown on the power start with a slight pack disadvantage. Appears.
So 3-on-2, so a fairly sparse pack. Only one shy of the minimum. Cameron Brown's easily slipping by shoulder check and getting lead jammer. Dodges straight, doesn't try to go around at all, just goes straight up the center. That was a Hello Hitty making last contact. Cameron Brown picking up the first 5 of the jam.
Cameron Brown very good at that, finding a tiny gap and then changing direction like he just did there. Like stops, cuts, jumps over someone, through, very quick. A second 5-point pass taking him to 10. Team USA West now 125-34 as Jewel out of the penalty box and back engaged and finds a nice wall of red right at the back of the pack, holding her solidly in the back and allowing Cameron Brown to swing through for another scoring pass. Now 14 on the jam.
That's Molly Knox, Talia Moretti, and Anika Malone. But Anika Malone sent off. We've got 2 blocks. No, Anastasia Smith still in there. But it's a 2-wall at the back. Molly Knox and Talia Moretti, who are doing the whole show. But now we've got Jewel slipping past Anastasia Smith, completing her initial pass only. Cameron Brown calling off the jam. 4 more makes it 23 points for USA West.
USA West very good with the clock management when they've had the lead. Very good at that. Hit it and quit it, get as many points as they can, and hold Australia scoreless.
Mickey Dysart for
as they
Team
did there
USA
on
West.
that with a 23-0 run, as you said, Bulldog. Mr. Flibble now jamming for Team Australia West. Mickey Dysart for Team USA West. Why did I just say Team Australia West? Now I've given Australia an extra team.
I'm sure some of them are from the West.
I'm sure some of them are.
Although I've never been to Western Australia.
Lead jammer, Mr. Flibble.
Mr. Flibble getting lead jammer for Australia. How about Mickey Dysart right behind him? We haven't seen Australia get very many lead jammers. First scoring pass. It's a 2-on-2 pack. Mr. Flibble runs into, but can't get past Caitlin Simpson the first time, but does it the second time, knocking her over as he goes. But Mickey Dysart was already through, so it's going to be a tie jam as Mr. Flibble calls it off. 4-4. 38 for Australia, 142 for USA West, and we got
Now
6
for
minutes
Team
left in the
Australia,
first half.
Ace of Sage.
And we will reset with Rosie Rickle jamming for USA
Rosie
West.
Rickle for
Ace
Team
of
USA
Sades
West.
for Team Australia. And again, a smaller pack, 3-on-2. USA with the advantage.
But Australia with Jedi Knight standing in the penalty box, so it's going to be he's going to be returning to the track and tying up the pack
Lead
shortly.
jammer, Team
And Australia with lead jammer as Ace of Sades works the pack to the front and finally released. Rosie Rickle out of the pack as well and giving chase about a quarter of a lap behind. Ace of Sades comes in hard, calls off the jam, manages to get the contact on the side, but not picking up any points.
No points for our first scoreless jam. Second scoreless jam. We had one
Now
earlier,
jamming
but that
for
was
Team
the traditional
Australia.
one where
Elker
one person
Skelter.
gets lead jammer and the other one's right behind.
Right
him.
behind
We go
him,
ahead and call it off.
Anastasia Smith.
If
for Team
I'm not
USA
mistaken, that was
West.
Rosie Rickle versus Mr. Flibble.
I believe, yes. I think
that's-
you're correct.
Not super important.
But if you're tracking stats at home, you'll want to know. Elker Skelter, jamming for Teams Australia. Anastasia Smith for Team USA West. 5 minutes to go in this first half.
Counter, check, smash, and dash, and slips past is subordination. Anastasia Smith is lead jammer for USA West.
And Anastasia rolls through a quick dodge to grab the 5 points as insubordination heads to the penalty box, thinning down the Australia defense to just 2 skaters, while there's all 4 blockers on the track for USA West, making life very easy for Anastasia Smith and very difficult for Elker Skelter.
Sierra Sagos comes with a cross check from the shoulder. Elker Skelter taking a slow, careful, cautious approach to get behind Cameron Brown and come back in clean, while Anastasia Smith just getting by 2 blockers, but now Australia back up to almost was up to 3 blockers, and then Elker Skelter to the penalty box. Oh, we've got a star pass.
We had a star
didn't even
pass, but
see
it's
it.
not going to be legal because she got the penalty while she was still holding on to the star. So I believe they're going to send the star to the penalty box with her. I could be wrong. She may have let go before the penalty was called.
Okay, yes,
there,
there's a
she's
signal
dropped it off.
tell him to take off the cap. She tosses it on the ground in turn 2. That's not a safety hazard at all.
Nope, and Whomping Willow is, or Elker Skelter rather, standing in the box. So we'll start off as jammer with a power start for Team USA West. USA West putting up 25 on that last jam.
Now jamming for Team
As
USA
the referees
West,
go and
Victoria
retrieve the
Gaia.
helmet cover
Elker Skelter
to
for Team
deliver it
Australia.
to the penalty box, or at least to the coach, who will then deliver it to the penalty box.
It has to be handed off directly, hand to hand.
Ah.
Cannot be tossed.
All right, and in fact cannot be picked up by the ref, apparently, as he's
That's-
putting it back on the track.
That's new.
That is new, and now they're replacing it. It's like a drop in golf.
Oh,
it has to be
oh.
within 1 club length of where the helmet cover landed the last time.
This is this is unfamiliar to me. Normally, I've seen precedents in the past where they
Pass it to the person in the penalty box,
However,
but not now. They're having an official timeout, perhaps to discuss that.
Perhaps. But
Or to-
Elker Skelter is in the penalty box, and she is
She's
went
in the
to
jammer
box.
seat, and
Oh no, she's standing.
Yes.
So no, she is the jammer officially, just without the cap. So she's going to when she gets out. Apparently, she's going to have to go around the track. So my guess is that Team USA West will probably stand guard.
They
will try to anchor the pack in turn 2 and actually just stand guard over the cap. They cannot touch it, but it's kind of similar to the kickoff in American football.
Yep.
Where they can actually stand around it and prevent any of the opposing players from touching
We'll see, though.
it.
Right now they're just trying to hold her back. They've let Victoria Geyer out as lead jammer. And now Team USA West working and trying to cover it up.
There it is.
There's the cover. It's been kicked and moved a little bit.
I think it was actually kicked by Elker Skelter, though, which is legal if it was, or
it's a little rugby
unless
move.
It was incidental.
Punt
in
the
which
ball
case
out.
It's a judgment called by the referees, because if one of the Team USA skaters intentionally kicked it, that would have been a violation.
That would, but clearly not, as Elker Skelter has it back on her head, and now is pulling it off and passing it.
Star pass. Team
That
Australia.
may have been a legal star pass. Well, the unicorn pass.
Yes,
Yeah,
roller
like
stomper.
We see so many illegal star passes. It's almost a unicorn.
Roller stomper with the star now on her head. Has cleared the pack. Comes in hard, big, a shoulder shot to Talia Moretti. Not picking up any points. A 10-0 run for Team USA West, 177-38. And we drop down under the 2-minute warning of this first half. Mr. Flibble jamming for Team Australia. Caitlin Simpson
for Team USA West.
for Team USA West.
Of course, I don't know why I was making American football references when half the people watching are from in Australia, but
I don't know Australian rules football, so I cannot comment
I do.
there.
In Australian rules football, they would have had one of the referees go to the take the cap and just toss it backwards over his head.
Excellent.
I'm not joking. That's
Caitlin Simpson is through. It is your lead jammer.
actually it's quite fun. Australian rules football. I watched a couple of games over there while I was there. It was very fun, but not as fun as roller derby. We got Mr. Flibble trying to follow Caitlin Simpson through the pack, but picks up a back block penalty
for Mr. Flibble.
That's
Flibble.
right. He contacted
Back
Caitlin
block.
Simpson,
Team
knocked her
Australia
down a little bit. So now
power
Caitlin
jam,
Simpson's got it all
USA.
on her own. All
And
to herself, I should say.
yes, and Caitlin getting some series of shoulders to the chest from Asa Sades, and forced out, recycled back, calls off the jam. We got 25 seconds of game clock left, and we will see if anyone calls a timeout to stop things and get one more jam in before the half ends. If we do, Team USA West sending out number 21, Anastasia Smith, to the jammer line, as Mr. Flibble still sitting in the penalty box. Time ticks down, and that takes us to the half. So at the halftime,
Team
USA West
181,
181, Team Australia 38. We are taking a 15-minute break. We will return with the second half of Team USA West versus Team Australia. And we'd like to once again thank Fast Girl Skates for sponsoring our streaming today.
Yeah, we've got some other great sponsors. Adam Wheels sponsoring the Junior World Cup this year, along with Derby Skins and Pivot Star, both great apparel vendors. Are we gonna call
Sure.
them? Yeah.
Manufacturers, vendors,
course,
all
if-
of the above.
Of course, I mean, if
They do good work.
you're in roller derby and you haven't heard those names by now, then I don't know what rock
You've not been
hiding
looking at the
under.
right things.
Yeah, Derby Skins and a Pivot Star. Of course, Pivot Star, the Canadian, mostly Canadian. They're Canadian-based. Derby Skins, of course, based in the USA. I don't know if they're West or East.
I think they're
all
supporting
over. All over.
all teams. All sponsors supporting all teams today.
But also some great skating equipment sponsors.
We've got Roller Bones and Bont, both providing excellent support and gear for our skaters. And we also have the Roller Girl book and Barnes & Noble. I want to thank both of them. I'm assuming the Roller Girl book is available at Barnes & Noble, Barnes & Noble being
seems
a
logical,
book
yes.
retailer. All right, well, we'll take a break. 13 and a half minutes of halftime to go. We will be back with half number 2 of Team USA West versus Team Australia.
Design athletic apparel that no one in the world has. Completely unique designs powered by you. Whether you're looking for game uniforms, workout gear, travel apparel, or fan wear, Game Gear is your one-stop solution for quality turnaround and service. Visit GameGear.com for more information, and be sure to stop by their booth for the JRDA World Cup and Championship t-shirt customized by you. Join JRDA in our mission to prevent bullying through the promotion of leadership and perseverance as we join together as one community to take a stand against bullying of all kinds, both on and off the track. Support the cause early before the official launch. At the JRDA booth, pins are $1 and all proceeds go to our scholarship fund.